Welcome to the Reunion podcast, where traction, nourishment, and thriving in business and life come full circle. We're your hosts, the founders of Reunion, and each week we're going to sit down with incredible entrepreneurs from our community to shine a light on their stories, the bold moves that create real traction, and the raw truth behind their challenges and wins. If you're ready to be inspired, grow alongside a powerful network, and see what it really takes to thrive, you're in the right place. If you'd love to be a guest on the show, head to thrivewithreunion.com to join the movement. And don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. All the links are in the show notes. Now let's dive in.
Welcome back to today's show. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm here with Jessica, and we have the one and only Matt Moody in the house with us. Now, a lot of times Matt sits over here with us as a partner with Reunion, but today...
Not today.
No. Not today. You're over there. We're going to talk a little bit about you, your background, your business, all the fun stuff.
Excited.
This is great.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm glad that you came. It's good. So Matt, I mean, some people are going to be watching this. Maybe it's the first time. There's probably at least 2 or 3 people in Utah that don't know who you are.
Okay.
So maybe give a maybe. So if you want to give
be
a quick
good way to introduce,
little background about who you are.
All right.
Just so people that are tuning in like, wait a second, that guy looks familiar. I've seen him, but let's hear a little bit about it.
Yeah, what do you want to know? I mean, I've been in Utah since 1984.
Okay.
Just grew up in Provo, Tippview High School, went off to college at University of Utah, came back, went on a mission to Chile, and I've been in business basically for myself and working with other companies ever since. So I started my first car lot, had my first business in 2003 at age 26, and just kind of bounced around in multiple different industries, done a lot of different things that way, but yeah, just Utah guy, from Arizona originally, but love it here.
You've built a lot of rapport and relations with people over the years. And let's just jump in. Maybe we kind of fast forward and we talk a little bit about your current business right now.
Yeah.
And then we can talk a little bit about how that all started for you. But let's get a quick little rundown of what you currently are doing right now.
Current business. So obviously co-founder at Reunion.
Yeah.
That's the exciting one. The new
exciting
shiny
one? What about the other one?
The new shiny toy that we started this year.
That's good.
As entrepreneurs, we have ADHD and we're like, hey, what else can I do right now? I'm really busy, but I need something new to go do. So the main business that I would say my day job is called Sidekick BD, and it is a business services marketplace. So we just are connecting companies to clients, and we have contracts with those service providers, as we call them in our network. And when we introduce them to somebody that ends up working with them, they pay us. And so it's just kind of a pay-to-play marketplace. Have about 120 companies we work with that are in operations, marketing, and HR.
Cool.
And so, yeah, it's super fun. It's exactly my mode of operating anyway. People call me all the time and say, hey, who do you know that does this, that, or that other thing? And I just now have contracts with all those people. So when I do make those introductions, that's how I get paid.
Well, knowing you the way I do, connecting people is your love language.
It is.
Right?
Yeah,
so now you've taken this love language and created this awesome
Turned it into a business.
out of it.
Yeah.
Because I always introduce you as the Matt Moody. Because he's just like the connector, right? Mm-hmm. He's the guy that just always connects everybody.
Don't oversell it. Then
no,
I got to hit all these expectations
of
like
the Matt Moody.
Okay.
So, and I rarely say just Matt.
Yeah.
It's always Matt Moody.
I'm going to change his name.
Because so many Matts, right?
Matt Moody. See, do it.
Put it on the website.
Do it. So I just love that you've turned your love language into a business that you are helping people just continue to do that.
Yeah. I had a good mentor that really pulled it out of me, so I'm sure you'll ask me a question about that later.
Yeah,
maybe we could lead into that.
Let's just lead right into that right now.
Maybe I'm asking my own questions.
Because I think a lot of people would say you're one person that kind of helped bridge a gap for them in their business.
Yeah.
So who is someone that bridged the gap for you?
Yeah, so I have a gentleman by the name of Binoy Tamang. And anyone who knows Binoy loves Binoy. He's just that guy, you know. He's just he oozes acceptance. He oozes love, abundance. He's just a great guy. So I've known him for many years, and he's kind of been a father figure to me. He came into my life about the time that I lost my father about 10 years ago, and he just has that calm, steady presence about him, and we talk all the time. And so I would run a lot of things by him, and he's like, yeah, you really shouldn't be working for that company anymore. You're helping them chase their dreams. You're helping them accomplish their dreams, and really you're talented. And he'd give me that confidence of, hey, I could go do something on my own, and it would be successful just because of the way that I have invested in relationships and and it would work. And so I had interviewed for many, many jobs when I was looking to leave the last job outside of Sidekick. And he's like, what are you doing? And he sat me down. He's like, don't go work for those guys. I had a really nice offer on the table, go to work with a previous coworker of mine, really great gal. And he's like, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be fulfilled. You're just going to be in the same boat again as you have been before. He's like, do your own thing. And I'm like, great. What's my thing?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. You have to figure that out. And so the litmus test that he gave me is, if you would do this one thing, regardless of pay, you would do it anyway because you love it so much. The pay will follow. It'll work because you love it. And no day is going to feel like a grind. You're not going to feel like you're just out there, slaving away and working and having hard days. It's going to flow. It's going to be fine, and you're going to make plenty of money and just kind of keep it on the down low for a while. Don't come out of the gates and tell everybody in the world what you're doing. But it was really, really sage advice, and I love Binoy for it. I talk to him all the time still. I see him several times a week. We go to lunch, and he's just a good, humble guy. So I give that same advice to people because a lot of people reach out to me when they're in this job, hunting mode, and they're trying to make a change. And I'd be like, what would you do if you didn't get paid?
Yeah.
Do that, and then figure out the money, and it'll follow. So just trying to use that same wisdom that he's instilled in me to help other people chase their dreams and to be fulfilled in their daily, because we try to find fulfillment in life on the personal level, on a spiritual or religious level, in a business level. And oftentimes people are just like, oh man, I'm in the grind.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of expected that we're in the grind as we work, and very, very few people are engaged in their work. They don't love it. Mm-hmm. And so they're disengaged, they're actively disengaged, they're actively looking for another job, right? And that is a huge problem for businesses when they have actively disengaged employees or just disengaged employees. And if you're going to be an entrepreneur and you're still feeling like your daily is the grind, you're in the wrong business.
Yeah.
And that's what I learned from him. So
a lot of people do that and then work on their passion project, afterwards.
Yeah.
So
and hopefully that picks up to the point
Yeah.
where they don't have to do the grind
Mm-hmm.
anymore. And so that's where I think you get in that part of your career where it can be fun and you can just really enjoy, and when you do that as well in your work life, you find more joy in your family life. You find more joy in your whatever other your pursuits are, your hobbies,
Mm-hmm.
etc. So
yeah. Well, do you still have a supplement company?
yeah, we're right in the middle of trying to sell that right now. We have a prospective buyer on that, so
Okay.
we're
Cool.
close on that. But
Oh, so then you'll just be off in the sunset once you do that. Like you're just white fur coat, top hat.
no, not at
You'll
all.
just be
No.
like- you'll
No,
just-
we're excited to have somebody else take it from where it is right now and grow it from there with other resources.
Cool.
We really, as we started the company, we had a big vision for it, but nobody really had the time for it. So my other three partners, they had other day jobs as well. This was kind of a side hustle for all of us, and it was fun to build a brand and to go out in the community and start selling it. But none of us really had a passion for it. And so, we're ready to have somebody else take off and
Take it to the next level.
go take the brand somewhere else. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So when you started out with Sidekick,
Yeah.
that's a shift because you're used to getting paid,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you're stepping into this place and you're like, okay, I'm not going to get paid right away.
Yeah.
So what were some of the things that you had to do, and where did you feel the most amount of pressure? Was it from your home life? Was it from your own personal stress? Was it just from the marketplace in general? What did that feel like for you?
It was pretty unique as a business model because basically as I started this out, I went to a number of companies that I'd worked for in the past where I was successful, Big Leap and HelpSide and other companies, and said basically, I'm going to come and do fractional business development and sales for you. And they're like, oh, we'd love to have you back. We'd love to pay you 1/10 of what we used to pay you, and then just pay you commissions for a closed business. So right out of the gate, I actually did have a full-blown paycheck.
That's good.
From day one, and
Nice.
I haven't had to bootstrap and not pay myself anything. I've had a paycheck every 2 weeks for a year and a half on this, and so the stress has been very, very low on this from the very beginning.
But a lot of that was built because of the relationship capital that you had built for years in the past.
Sure.
So what would you say would be some things, so if somebody's maybe watching this and they're thinking, well, I don't even know if I have that many great relationships. What's some advice that you give to somebody that they could put into place to develop more relationships and to strengthen the ones that they might have?
Yeah, everyone's different, right? So I know people that have a select number of friends and they can actually name them. Like they have 4 or 5 friends that they would say,
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I have
Yeah.
hundreds of people that I would, or maybe thousands of people that I would consider to be very, very close friends. But my first clients that I brought on to start this business were 2 companies that I quit from.
Oh, interesting.
I quit. I was there 5 years with the one company. I was there 7 years with another company. And when I went back and said, hey, I want to do this and I want you to pay me again, it wasn't even a question. It was like, yes, absolutely. So don't burn bridges when you leave.
Yeah, that speaks
even
a
if
lot
you,
for
even
your
if you
relationship
feel like
capital.
you're like we're slighted or you for whatever, like something happened and you're like to prove a point. And as you're way out the door, it doesn't behoove you to do that. So keep those relationships, take the high road, keep those relationships strong. But yeah, just invest in people, and for not for personal gain. You know, there doesn't always need to be an ulterior motive of like I'm gaining something from this relationship. There shouldn't be. There are people that are givers, there are people that are traders, and there are people that are takers. And I feel like I'm a very giving person, and that's just kind of always been my MO. And I hang out with a lot of other people that are givers, and that's what Reunion is these people that are very abundant mindset people, and they give, and that's why we've invited them to the group, right? Mm-hmm. But that's just kind of been my last 20 years in business, is finding those people that love to give and that are very blue ocean people, and just staying close to them. So that's what I would say, is find the right people. Also, if you're a younger professional in the space and you're looking to get into a new career, find a mentor. Like, there are people that if you say, hey, you know what, you've been really successful and I really think the world of you, and I would love it if you would maybe mentor me. People would be all over that, right? People, not everybody, but if they have time to and they can give to you in that mentor space, I think people are all about that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think so too. Lots of people are eager to share what they've learned and what they
Yeah.
know as an aspiring
The right
entrepreneur.
mentor 100% would be. If there's a person who's not willing to, they probably
Then they're
weren't the
not
right
the right
mentor
mentor,
anyway.
right?
So this is the litmus test for that. See who would be the right type of mentor for you.
So there's really not a lot of competition in your space either,
There's
right?
really not.
mean,
No, I don't know anybody else is doing what I'm doing specifically at scale.
Yeah.
There are people that maybe have
For sure.
2 or 3 companies that they do introductions for and
Referral
get paid.
partnerships, yeah.
But not at scale like this, with a sales team and with the number of service providers that we have. Yeah, I don't know anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe somebody's watching this and they're thinking like, I wonder if my company would be a good one for you to plug into.
Yeah.
What would be kind of the criteria you look for, and what's a good type of company that would fit into the Sidekick model?
Oh, yeah. When I first started, it wasn't even like, hey, who would be good? But we'd go in and consult with companies. We'd do cost reduction analysis and see what aspects of their business maybe weren't working all that well. And they would say, oh, we need a translation and interpretation company. Do you have anybody? And I'd be like, yeah, I do. And
Yeah.
I didn't, right? But
find
I would go.
somebody.
I have a close friend who owns an interpretation and translation company, and I'd go and say, hey, Kyle, I'm going to have a company that I need to refer your way, and this is how my business works, is if I refer somebody to you, then you would pay me if you end up working together. Are you interested in this referral? Yes or no? And then let's get a contract in place, and then I make the referral. So we've had a lot of those things happen over the last year and a half, of services that were requested, and then we'd go and fulfill that. Yeah. But services in the in the payroll or the HR space, there's payroll, employee benefits, recruiting, background checks, drug testing, interpretation and translation services for like policy guides, HRIS systems, all those types of things. And then the operations space is like telecom, credit card processing. Jess is one of my vendors in that space. 3PL services, shipping and logistics, software development, app development, and then the marketing space. It's like a list of companies that are specialists in digital and print and programmatic and PR and branding, website development, anything in the marketing space. So, we love great service providers. We do vet our service providers, make sure they're going to take the best care of our clients that we're bringing to them. The longer that they stay with them, obviously, the better, as we are paid on a perpetuity basis. But also, we're trying to protect the companies that we're working with by not just sending them to doesn't matter who. We're just trying to get money out of it. No, we have a fiduciary responsibility to refer that client to the very best service provider possible. So that's what we try to do.
That's cool.
Well, even before Sidekick, I knew if Matt made a connection for me, like there was just like, we both had to trust in each other.
Yeah.
Matt said we should talk, so let's get together.
Yeah, well, we cherish our relationships.
Yeah.
We're not going to turn them over to somebody who's not going to cherish the relationship and protect it, right? So that is a very important aspect of this business as well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You've been around long enough where you've talked about the different types of people, the givers,
Yeah.
the one you call them traders or the matchers, right?
Yeah.
And then the
You give me
takers.
one, I give you one.
Yeah. And you got the
Takers. That's the
takers.
last one.
Yeah, the takers.
We all know who those are. We've all met a few
We're not
of
going to
those.
talk about them in today's episode.
No, it's okay. We don't have to.
No names or anything.
Yeah. Can you think of some specific examples in your business where you've been around different people who have been givers, or maybe people that you've had experiences where you've seen the benefit in your own business from that, from the connections that you've been able to connect with over the years?
Oh yeah, plenty. It's basically the people I try to spend time with, right? I want to be more like them. They say you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I surround myself with those people. You've met a lot of them at the gym, right? I have a lot of really great people that I've met at the gym, and I kind of have this gym family. And I have my business family, and I've got like my ward family right around my neighborhood. There's this thing called wards, Jessica, that are in the
Psych wards.
In the psych wards.
not the psych ward.
In this area.
But yeah, just try to surround yourself with good people and help them, and they help you. I think the rising tide rises all ships, or however that saying works. But
So I would say that part of the key of that is like you've got to be the kind of person that they want to be around.
that's a good start.
And so, right?
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
so what are some things that you do in your personal life that make it so that people want to be around you? Because you could be this flawed person and
Yeah,
like
sure.
no one like, ugh, this guy again.
Yeah.
But you've done stuff in your own personal life to help to become a better version of Matt.
Yeah.
And I would say that the Matt that's sitting here today is probably a better version of the Matt that would be sitting there from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So there's certain things that you've done personally that have helped to break through to become a better version of you.
Yeah, I think people, when they meet me and we become friends, they realize that I truly do love, see, accept them exactly the way they are. I'm always like very, almost starstruck to meet new people and to get to know them, because I think the world of other people. Like, my number one motivating factor in my life is relationships and friendships. So when I get to meet you, like after we were both in that magazine together and I reached out, I'm like, hey, this magazine said you were one of the coolest entrepreneurs in Utah, and it said I was one of the coolest entrepreneurs in Utah.
It was supposed to be
we should be friends.
It was supposed to be the top 9 entrepreneurs.
Top
and then
10.
Then they added me.
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
it's supposed
they're
to be
like,
the top
hey,
9. They're like,
we actually interviewed
and
one
then
extra
throw
guy.
him in there.
And top 9
Yeah.
and the one other
Not
random
true.
one.
Right.
So,
No, so that's when I reached out to him, like, hey, you're cool, and I think we should get together and meet each other, right?
Yeah.
And so I just think the world of people. I like, unless they've done something to prove to me that they're not that awesome, but I do have kind of that fandom of other individuals as I've met them and learned about them and got to know them. I just think they're the coolest people ever. Like most people, I think are the coolest people ever. So I try to treat people that way, that I love them exactly the way they are. They're accepted, they're seen, they're and that I'm a big fan. So if you treat people that way, I think they treat you that way back. I also, when I first started going to networking events and stuff, I was super awkward. I was super introverted, and I would look for other.
I can't
I was
picture this.
so introverted. The first 13 times somebody asked me to be on their podcast, I said no because I didn't want to be on the camera. So, anyways, I was so introverted that I would look for somebody else who looked like they were really awkward, and they were also introverted and were not energized to be there. And I would just hang out with the other introverted people and make them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And by me making them feel comfortable, I felt comfortable. Mm-hmm. And then those people were like, no one else came up and talked to them. They could tell they were awkward or whatever. So I was the only person they met at that entire event, and we've become friends. Mm-hmm. And so I have a lot of people that are in that, in that space that I've met over the years.
Cool.
Help them feel comfortable. And I tell my kids the same thing. My kids have their social anxieties and whatever, and I'm like, hey, just find somebody else that also looks like they're not excited to be there, and just go talk to them. Just help them feel comfortable. And so it's worked really well for my kids too.
I love that.
So
Quickly tell us about your family and your wife, and she has her business too.
yeah, so married 25 years, 4 kids. My wife runs a business. She merged her business with another gal, but they do organizing, and they organize people's homes and their businesses and their pantries and closets and things that no normal people would want to do for a job. But my wife has this OCD, and she loves systems and processes, and so she puts that into people's homes and really does change their lives, and she loves that. So she's been doing that about 6 years. First 20 years of our marriage, she was a stay-at-home mom, which was the most important thing for her, and By the time our youngest was about 3rd or 4th grade, she was like, okay, I think I want to go back and do this. So have an oldest son who is married, has a baby. He's a software developer, and they're moving to Florida. So I've been a grandpa for about 8 months.
And they're leaving?
And they're going to Florida. Yep, they're moving to Florida here in about a month.
Reason to go to Florida.
It's a good reason for us to visit, but we won't see them on the weekly like we do here, so that's sad. But I've got a 21-year-old son who's out doing the summer. He's done summer sales, and now he's out building data warehouse AI, whatever centers. So he's in Phoenix for 3 weeks, and he's in Aberdeen, I don't know, somewhere in Texas, Amarillo, I don't know, some A name. And then I've got an 18-year-old daughter who's headed up to Utah State. And then I've got a 14-year-old daughter who's just in 9th grade, and she'll be our little caboose and still living with us. So, and I've got a dog, I've got a rabbit, and I've got a turtle.
And a turtle?
Yes. And I have to take care of all of them. The kids are like, oh, let me have the dog. We'll clean up its poo. And I'm
Until
like,
they don't.
They don't.
Yeah.
And then I feed the turtle, or else it would be dead. And I feed the rabbit, which we've had for 7.5 years. I didn't know they lived that long, or else he would be dead too.
That's record. That's a record rabbit.
He is a, yeah. So I'm the only one he ever sees.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's the family.
So with your wife being like a super organizer,
Yeah.
if you were to take a glass and drink something out of it, and
Yeah.
just leave it on the counter, how long could it stay on that counter without being, like if you just, as a science experiment, and you
Yeah.
just like set it there, and you're just like, let's just see how long this.
That's not as triggering for her.
Oh, it's not?
But if I put like something back away in the refrigerator that where it doesn't go, or put something like clothing wise in the closet where it goes, she'll like come and organize my shirts like by color coordination and stuff. I'm like, the t-shirts go here, the golf shirts go here, and the dress shirts go here. And I don't care where the colors are, I can find them.
Yeah.
But hers are like all the pinks and the reds and then
Like
the yellows.
shades of all the
It's
stuff.
like a rainbow.
So if you just went in the kitchen, you just left like a cabinet door like half open and just to see.
No, I'm actually
and set
more
the
that
timer.
guy to shut those than she
you're the
is.
one that-
She leaves drawers open all the time.
Oh, interesting.
In the
Okay.
bathroom and the
She was probably organizing it at the time.
Maybe, but I have to walk by and like hope not to hit it when I'm, stumbling out the house at 5 a.m. to go to the gym. I'm going to hit my knee on something, but
good.
so I'm more the cabinet closer than her.
Interesting.
Well, what other question should we ask you before we wrap this up? What's the one question that we haven't asked that you think you guys should be asking us? You should ask this one.
I don't know. That's do you need my notes?
What would be something that people would be surprised to know about you? So if you were to meet you and they're like if people feel like, because you have a lot of relationships,
Yeah.
and I would say a lot of people feel like they know you because of all the different things that you've interacted. What would be one thing that people that they would be surprised to know about you that most don't even know?
I honestly don't know that there is something like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much an open book. Like you want to know what I'm thinking right now, just ask me, right? Or if
Yeah.
you want to know anything about business, just ask me. If you want to know, I'm an open book. I don't have like the tact to like make up a story and like try to like steer something the other direction. And I'm not that complex. I'm like just the man in me, just like I'm thinking this right now. Like if your wife asks you, what are you thinking right now? I'm like, literally nothing. That's really true. Like I'm literally not thinking about anything. I'm literally watching the football game. I'm literally like, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just vegging out.
So
for
when
a
a
second.
man answers it that way,
That is the right answer.
That's the right answer.
It's
Okay.
truly the right answer. So they're not trying to
We
make something
cannot
up. They're
relate
not
to
trying
this,
No,
right?
I know.
There's never
You're always
a-
scheming. You scheme.
There's never a nothing.
Yeah.
You scheme. You're like setting things up all the time. Like what's the angle over here? But yeah, no, we're pretty simple that way.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
cool. All right, so one final fun question.
Okay.
If you could have any superpower, or if you could, what would that be?
Superpower. I mean, when I was a kid, I thought it'd be cool to fly, but I'm like super terrified of heights.
you are?
So I don't know if that'd be great.
So
I
maybe
don't even
not?
like doing like zip lines, and that's like 20 feet off the ground sometimes. I don't love that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Just could I just be Superman and have all
Yeah.
the same stuff that Superman has?
But you just walk around. You wouldn't really want to fly. You'd just
Yeah,
be,
just-
you'd
yeah.
have all the superpowers and
It's-
everything else. And if you want to fly, you could, but you probably won't.
Probably not.
That's good.
It's
That's good
just
to know.
it's terrifying.
That's good. Cool.
Do you not? I mean, everyone's terrified of heights, right?
I mean, heights aren't my favorite.
Ish. It depends.
Yeah.
Depends on what we're doing. I'm not afraid of zip line.
Yeah, I did zip
I
line
don't
in
want to like
Alaska.
stand on the roof of a house or anything.
Yeah. No, it's just, I don't know. Heights are terrifying. Flying would be cool though. But my dad also was a pilot, and he flew until he didn't, right?
Yeah.
So we have to get into that. But
Yeah.
I can't buy a plane. My wife won't let me buy a plane.
That's off limits.
If I wanted to like do something like midlife crisis-y, I'd have to get like, and she won't even let me have a motorcycle. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have to get like a pony or something. Get a horse.
A pony, not a horse, a pony.
I have to go a horse if I was like having a midlife crisis, because that's more safe than like a plane or a motorcycle.
Even safer, you have one of those like little stuffed heads and the little pole underneath the little.
I already have
the
that.
fake horse.
Yeah, I already got that.
Perfect. That's good. Well, Matt, it's been fun to get to know you a little bit better, and thanks for being on our little discussion here.
The podcast that's yet to be named.
Oh, it'll be a name someday.
By this time, somebody hears this.
By
podcast.
the time we
it will have
publish
a name.
this, it'll have a name. Mm-hmm. All right.
And it might get rebranded a couple times after
Hey,
that. Who knows?
Well, maybe Janae has a good name for us.
Maybe. We'll see.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Reunion Podcast. We hope you're walking away with fresh insights, real stories, and that extra spark to keep building traction, nourishing your growth, and thriving big. If you've loved this conversation, hit that follow button so you never miss an episode. And if you'd like to join the movement, come sit at our table and be featured as a guest and share your story. Visit thrivewithreunion.com and stay connected with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. You'll find all the details in the show notes. Until next time, keep showing up, stay connected, and let's thrive together.